I'm okay with that. With grenade jumping being done. It's a good way to glitch into some stuff, though. It's weird. We're now 3 generations behind on the Borderlands. What the hell? Oh yeah, so this is our hunter, so all this shit is pretty temporary. We got the last time we played, we ran the vaults, we finished the game, and we grabbed a bunch of junk loot. So let us continue. There's a bunch of junk loot to sell. Thankfully, we're still early game, so we can experiment with stuff for fun. I want Easter eggs, not glitches. I don't feel like grenade jumping was a glitch. It was a mechanic, and you would use it. Those that could use it could get into some interesting places. I mean, there's a fucking ton of Easter eggs in Borderlands already. Let's get rid of this. Let's try this AR. The gun dupe was good. I don't think that's going to go anywhere. I don't think they can honestly get rid of it. There's no reason to use the bank at this early stage. I mean, the best thing we could honestly do is go do this small tournament. But maybe I fucking will. It might just be a day of moxie. Just a day of moxie. Maybe. Okay. Hello! Oh, more quests. I'm not super concerned about those. I say these aren't 100% runs. We're just trying to get to 69, but I am trying to max out inventory space because I might farm. Especially on Mordecai. I don't know that I'll go the full 9 yards on the next 2. Because I know that we do kind of got to start to move along, and I'm thinking maybe by next week. We cut some corners, not every corner possible, but some corners. We could potentially be done with Borderlands 1 by next week. I'm used to our OP guns from last night again. The fire rate is rough. I bet duping. Yeah, I don't think they can get rid of duping. I think it's going to be super hard for them to get rid of duping. Or maybe that's kind of the backdoor reason for having the extension is technically when a gun's in your inventory, it's saving server side immediately. Because there was 0 delay between putting your gun in the inventory and seeing it in the extension. So it's possible, but if that's not the case, then it's not gone because I didn't see the autosave up, and as long as the autosave's not there all the time. But at the same time, maybe the reason for duping is a bit gone. The fact that you get a legendary guaranteed from the bosses now. So much easier to farm. Yeah, I have an offline mode. Yeah, I assume there's going to be duping. Did I just, like, lost audio? Was I not supposed to run out of there? This game has been brutal on my eyes for some reason. Pretty good to begin with. But here lately, holy shit. It's been a struggle. I'm telling you, it's been a struggle. It's been really, like, burning my fucking eyes. Not sure what it is. Maybe it's the screen tearing, because there is quite a bit of screen tearing on Borderlands, the remaster.
Do you need something?
Are you done? It didn't actually finish, lady. Well, now it's saying everything's completed.
Let's hope you are more useful than the last
Okay.
one hired.
Moving on, then. Moving on. Okay, let's go. Do we do the Underdome? Do we do the Underdome? Do we do the Underdome? We better do the Underdome. I do want to try to get all the skill points. We could do the robot DLC too, though. We could get a skill point that way. Probably should just do the Underdome, though. But if we're playing with Justin today, we'll probably also be doing an Underdome, so... I'm gonna go kill some more robots. Let's go experience that DLC again. I know we did it last night, but let's experience it again. All together this time. All together now. Get your ride. Prepare for cinematic. As Gearbox said, what happened to Sanctuary 2? No. No, not that I know of. Why, Adam? I don't think so. Oh, we didn't actually have a cinematic. That was weird.
Our story began when the Hyperion Corporation decided they'd had enough of the treasure hunters. With the vault on lockdown, they had served their purpose.
We can kind of
and now
read
they
into
were
the
drain
story
on
a little more this
economy.
time.
Why pay full price for weapons when you can take a 5-finger discount off the nearest corpse? Hyperion was looking to clear up the drain.
It's gonna be a hot one. It's gonna be up to 90 today.
Tough hairball.
I thought you said the treasure hunters were the drain. Now they're the hairball?
Well, yes, you see, the treasure hunters were blocking the flow
Randy's
of,
fighting Game Informer.
the
Come on, guys.
grimy
Shitty
buildup
clickbait
of
headline. Check
money
this out.
This metaphor stinks.
Yeah.
Check this out. Spike Gearbox CEO Randy Pitchford's comment about no microtransactions. Come on, guys. Shitty clickbait headline. Literally seconds before I said that, I made it very clear we're going to do more cosmetic stuff like we did in Borderlands 2. You know, I was talking about premium currency and loot boxes kind of stuff not being in our game. Why you guys would fuck me on this is beyond me. Thanks a lot. Randy getting right down on in the trenches. Dude, welcome to modern games media. That's how this shit works. He knows that. The shit is outrage all the time. How do you think Anthem feels right now? Anthem can't get a win because of that whole culture. It has become bullshit. The fucking fake news, he can experience it now. Now you know why other people get so upset about it. Like, yeah, it's a business, it's a private media, it's gotta be that way, but...
Ooh, I wonder what this does.
This lowest common denominator bullshit.
What do you need, an invitation? Come here. I'm going to need a nuclear reaction to generate the 1.21.
Alright, prepare to grab a hell of a lot of gears.
My secret lab. Terror Pavilion. Yes, I like that one best. Hey, you look
Terror Pavilion.
maybe dabbled a bit in college. Head down to the Hyperion dump to find parts for my totally legit, in no way morally reprehensible secret project.
No, not at all.
There should be plenty of scrapped claptraps ripe for the picking.
Oh, it's so nice to kill claptraps too.
Fluttering around
The first thing we should do is get the skill points.
from a dead baby.
Then get the inventory space and move on. But I might only do this on the Hunter. We got 2 more playthroughs left. I mean, as far as skill points. But I might not max out the SDUs on the Siren and the Roland. I could see farming with Mordecai to help out the other 2. Actually, just help out Brick. Brick's the only one we're actually going to totally optimize. But... just for the sake of time. Because like I said, we could potentially be really close to done by next week. We still got to run those 2 to 69, but we can... it's not that fucking hard to get to 69, actually. You just got to beat the 2 playthroughs and you're golden. The one thing we didn't get to see, even when they were pouring loot down on the ground, is the return of the Masher. It had been rumored that maybe we would see the return of the Masher and the return of the Double Anarchy, and that was no return. We did see the return of the Ogre, though, which is interesting. We got some Borderlands 2 throwbacks, and we got some Borderlands 1 throwbacks. Of course, they're totally remodeled and reskinned and the whole 9 yards, but still that, like, model still exists. What the fuck? Holy shit. Okay, I'll take that. Do we have a shotgun already? Yeah. I actually have a really good roll on the shotgun, but either way, it's a hammer. The hammer drops in this DLC like mad. It's weird. It is very strange, stream.
Body blow. Hyperion Corporation regrets any grief or
That shield
suffering your
is...
death caused. You made me bleed my own blood.
No one makes me bleed my own blood. What's that from? Dodgeball. Dodgeball. I love how weak they are. It's just ridiculous. Poor Claptrap. It actually fucking sucks so far. The shotgun is terrible. Compared to what we were using. Because we had a max roll on that terrible Matador. Like, this thing tears shit up. Which actually, like, I don't like legendaries just being automatically better. They should mostly be better. But I still want to, you know, it's just like you limit your loot pool so badly when only legendaries matter. Anthem's biggest failing. Dude, that suppression. That suppression, though. God damn. This audio is terrible today. Come back, also. I never die! Oh yes. Oh yes. How did that miss?
Halt. Put down your weapons. Hyperion Corporation does not wish to harm them.
Super bad. So what we want to farm out is an Unforgiven. Oh man, trading. The worst thing you can have happen to you in Borderlands. Oh yes. Hulk Hogan, so it begins. That double shot. That's why these mashers are tearing it up, man. They're tearing it up, no doubt about it. I really don't like how suppression's done in Borderlands 1 though, honestly. It's just like a hard stat. It's either there or it's not, and if it's there, you're gonna miss. When Randy talked about douchey streamers, Morton thought it was directed towards him. Oh yeah, what is douchey streamers? I don't understand that, Adam. They're doing all this to support streamers. What do they mean by douchey streamers? He's talking about stuck. Oh, probably. I did just sit here and stream other people's streams for the past 2 hours. Oh, they're talking about the new villains in Borderlands 3. Okay. Being like douchey streamers. Okay. I was gonna say they're doing a lot to support streamers. So what did Randy have to say? Good morning. I mean, I'm still surprised Morton didn't get invited. I still don't think that's really fair. Or right. Do they just not feel like he's big enough? I think they look too much at the numbers metric. You know, that's the only metric they really follow, and not whether they have a legitimate following in the Borderlands community. Like Baru. Baru in this case was bigger than the official Borderlands stream after the reveal was over. There's certain members of the community that are like known quantities, and regardless, you know, so Cynthia bend me over 3 times. She might get on the regular more Twitch viewers, but she isn't necessarily a grounded member of the Borderlands community, so when it comes to the Borderlands 3 reveal stream, they're not going to move very much because they're used to a certain kind of stream and this isn't it. Whereas Mornin could have, because Mornin is a part of that old YouTube gang and the drama, and people like the whole story, the Baru, Gathalion, Mornin, Baru, Gathalion split. He's been a, you know, he's an OG all the way back from Yodi Slayer days. So I think they made a mistake not sending him out there. You know, instead they send Bend Over and Cough and Debbie Lick My Finger. Not to say that was all of them, not even close, but there was a couple. That was not, you're not douchey, just had too much fun at my expense. Consider this, the relevance of streamers and influence in our world today is profound enough where people like me actually feel it when you hit us without considering we're real people. You're not douchey, just had too much fun at my expense. At his expense, I mean, Randy's a very rich man. He's considered a legend of the industry, so I'm not really sure where Randy's lost out because Morton picked at him. How do you think that any political leader ever feels? How do you think the president feels on the daily? Any president, not just the current one. You know. You kind of got to let that run down your back. It's not easy, I fully admit that. It's not easy at all, but it's the nature of the beast. No one kicks a dead dog. People only kick at Randy because he's now one of the forefront people of the industry with Tim Sweeney and Gabe Newell and the rest. So I don't really understand that comment much. His expense, Randy's a wealthy man. You know, he should be. He should be. He deserves it. He's built a business. He's made great games. He's smart. But you think Morning Afterkill making a video where he shits on the DLC impacted him that much? I don't think so. I don't really think that's the case. You just passed Legendary? I would not think I did. If I did, where would you say it would be? Money. I passed money. You can tell me where it's at, I can go back and look. I've come to realize that myself over the years. What can I say is it was a different time, different me. We've all come along over the past 70 years, even if it was shade, like I mentioned publicly, since it's well deserved. I expect enough from your way, Matt. Did Randy reply to that one? Of hype and misdirection. An amalgam. I mean, they trick me all the time too, Fit Man. It could very well be like health files in Borderlands 1 can look like legendaries. You probably won't reply to it. I mean, that's a pretty static response. That's neither positive nor negative. I mean, calling him not douchey's nice, but at the same time basically saying you're not in the corner with us. It's kind of rough. You're not douchey, but you're also not one of our favorites, so. That's a weird thing. I mean, you got a game that's rated M for mature, that's going to have people blowing up, and it's going to have copious cussing and copious violence, and you consider Morning Afterkill 2 dangerous because he curses. It's a bit hypocritical. If you're going to have a game, which you should, because it's freaking sweet, that you can put a shotgun to someone's mouth and turn them into red mist, then maybe you don't need Ninja as your front man. Maybe Mr. Rogers doesn't have to be out and about. But hey, I ain't in charge, nor fucking close. My fees, my fees! You skipped to 1-up, Mushroom. Oh man, alright, I see you playing some Borderlands. Yo, Seabush! What up, Seabush? How you doing, bud? Yeah, we've been playing a lot of Borderlands. We gotta see if we can't move this playthrough along, honestly. And see if next week we can't be close. Close, it's possible. It's gonna be a hell of a lot of Borderlandsing, though. We could... Honestly, a lot of it could really rely on where we get this week. Brick is nearly done, though. I do need to do a little more farming and get his last skill points. I don't think, in fact, I can guarantee you, if we're gonna do it, we can go back and get full SDUs. I'll get full SDUs on this guy. I'll try, but on the other two, Roland and the Siren, I'll just try to max out the skill points, not the SDUs. So that means only one playthrough in Jacobs. It should be the first playthrough, so we get an SDU, but not a second playthrough Jacobs, and potentially no second playthrough for Nox either. On either of those. Probably just hit 69 and be done. Grab up the last few skill points, I guess. We'll see. We'll play it by ear. We got to kind of feel it out. I'm going to max this guy out, and I'm going to max Brick out as far as gear, skill points. We may just run the other two to 69 and kind of play around and experiment, feel their build out, and then run from there. Pretty good gameplay. Thanks, Seabush. Did you enjoy Borderlands 3? Is that what you're talking about? Did you enjoy the reveal event? Seemed like we got a lot of good things revealed there. The mantling is cool, but it's not near as deep or as robust as Apex. It's my only... That would be my only beef, but, you know, who cares? That's a small fucking thing. I'm really glad item score didn't seem to play a role in power. It was still totally dictated by level, so that's fantastic. Means that worry gets to go away. Yay! This could be a long stream, so long as my eye doesn't fuck with me too bad. Could probably get quite a few hours in today because we started at 1. Just going to midnight alone is ultimately a lot's going to lean on how much progress we make. Honestly, if Tyrell had messaged me, I was going to do Apex. I was going to just do Apex all day. I kind of felt like killing some people. But that would seriously hamper the idea of fucking being done next week. But you know how we do. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I don't even think I... Oh, maybe. Oh, my God. I hate this in Borderlands 1. You constantly lean to the left, and you can't move. I mean, you can't move. That is what it is. That was probably a technology limit. The biggest reason we want to start moving this along is that if we're going to do 100% runs on Borderlands 2 and pre-sequel, we're looking at a lot of content that we got to dive into. Like, those will take us a month, I imagine, each. And we're looking at 4 months until 3 is out. And we got more than just that we want to do, so. Next week, we're going to see just how fucking far we can push, because we do have a couple big streams left this week. Yeah, next week we gotta really. Which also means maybe not killing every little fucking thing. Freaking T. Are you doing pre-sequel too? Yeah, I'll do pre-sequel after Borderlands 2. The game we're actually going to beat after this, though, is Red Dead Redemption 2. We're going to do a story run on that game for fun. Nothing big there. There's no big goals. I'm just going to play through the story. We'll YouTube it. We'll talk about it. We'll move on. Then it's 2. Then it's Borderlands 2. After Borderlands 2, This is all planned out. We got 4 months to like knock out so many projects, but it's actually possible to do it. It would be super exciting if we get it done. After 2, we're gonna move to Fallout New Vegas. And I had planned on an epic playthrough there, like all the achievements like we did for Fallout 3. Probably a story playthrough. Then pre-sequel. Then if we got time, because now we're probably getting pretty late in the summer. State of Decay 2. Gotta quickly move back there. August Fallout 76, we're gonna check it out. We got so much shit planned. Then Tales from the Borderlands. So we should be ready for 3. It's a hell of a lot to keep us busy. It's a hell of a lot to keep us busy. We'll see how well we can do it. If we manage to do it, goddamn, we move through a lot of content. In a pretty short period of time. Anthem for the next 7 months. What I'm saying is you probably won't see another Division 2 stream anytime soon. I have it on the board though to continue to play Anthem on patch day. Division who? But I got Apex Legends on the board too. Complete Season 1, Season 2, reach so many kills, Master of All badge, and a few other things, so. But man, Apex Legends is totally a part of what I want to continue to do. Slump's dead.
Have you heard of the High Elves?
Not a fan of Anthem, Fitman? After the Borderlands 3 gameplay reveal, Anthem's... It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be really hard. It'll be tragic if it gets killed. I don't know if it gets killed just on the sake of, like, the press of it, but the money, man. I just don't know anymore. I just don't know anymore. It's another game I pre-ordered and really wanted to believe in, and I don't think it's a bad game, actually. I like Anthem. But it's no Borderlands. It's no Borderlands. Nor Destiny, even. At this point. Not yet. I played the demo. Did you like it? I like the part where it rains. Ouch. So I don't plan on going much later than midnight because I did say to Zed I'd make a quick video tonight. That'll take me at least an hour. Grenade jumping is out of the game. I'll be damned. Well, it must have not liked that shit, huh? I mean, I guess it did allow you to do some pretty fucked up things, like farm the armory and literally skip through OP levels at one point. I still need to know more about this Guardian rank. We have like 2 screen caps of it total. I HL'd one of the screen caps. I'm gonna look into it. Maybe I can make a video on that too. So I'm super interested in what they're doing for the meta game and the end game. Like, we know that they've put a lot more work into the bosses by putting a designated boss team in the game. I think I HL'd that, so we'll have like oh, you fucking kidding me? We'll have a direct quote for that. Boycott confirmed. I think you're right. I think you're right. That's what we need to do. I hated the demo, says Fitman. Are you coming in Season 1, by the way, Fitman? Well, you said you hadn't played Apex in a minute. You just recently kind of came back hanging out. Oh, we already gave them money. We need to go on strikes with them. Do they really want you to pre-order Borderlands? Yeah, even though we already gave them money. Good point. They are pushing that pre-order almost obnoxiously, I feel like. This thing was terrible. I'm holding on to too much shit because the double anarchy I'll keep. As we are ultimately still in the early game. Mods, they don't scale well, so they actually continue to matter. 9 health regen. But no accuracy. Holy shit. Already? We can go to legendary? This is still just playthrough 1. The DLCs must scale. Be right back. Day 1. One day got 2 wins. Didn't any yesterday. Well, if Tyrell had been on, we would have grouped up. Got some wins today. Sounds like they plan to come back, Justin, around 5 p.m. Pacific time. I think that's like 8 p.m. for us. So, not quite done. We plan on getting a video out tonight. I've already actually was starting to write the script while we were checking out the streams. So, that should be good. I should be able to summarize it pretty quickly. What's the general consistency? I mean, about like what you said earlier. Looks fucking great. Should serve us for years to come. Anthem might be in some real trouble. And that they're gonna crash Guardian Con. So, you know, another bullet in the head for Destiny. I think that Destiny will survive. But I think that the two main contenders as of right now are The Division and Borderlands, and I think Borderlands is by and far has the lead. Looks like, again, if there's not a nuclear war, or the oceans don't rise around our feet, that this is going to serve people for years and years to come. It looks fantastic. Tons of depth. They put a team specifically just like, we made a whole range of notes. It'll mostly be in the video. I'll try to summarize it so you don't have to listen to me rant and rave. I'll try to make it like 5-10 minutes. The gore's back. Tons of loot. With even more variety and depth. And every aspect. You know, the audio, the look. Looks fantastic. No, basically what you said earlier. And actually you were right, Justin, because it appears that there is not... There was no, like, when you hold on. When you equipped an item, it didn't then say, like, well, your overall character, you know, light rating or gear rating is, like, 200. It still just said character level. So I think that the item score is just a dummy-proof way to show people if a gun's good or not. That still won't be the end-all be-all, but instead of like having to look at individual numbers like you and I do, and like what's the prefix, what's the body parts. If you're a total noob to Borderlands, because they're obviously trying to sell the absolute shit out of this game, which they should, everybody does, but I've never seen a pre-order push quite as hard as this one. you will have you will have no problem being able to understand the loot system. I think they're trying to grab Destiny's player base big time.
Hey, I've got a job for you.
What's new? You always have a job for us.
Meet me at my shop.
I feel like there is a but.
It's a beautiful day on Pandora.
I don't have one
Apart
yet.
from the mechanical Armageddon.
My only but would be, Justin, that we're still over 4 months out. And one word, Anthem. And I can continue, obviously, you know. Destiny 2. Brink. There's no reason to get too hyped, but I'm pretty confident. 76, God. They've had 7 years, they've had money, they've got a clear director in Randy Pitchford, they've had a clear direction in their loots, they've had, you know, a decade of Borderlands now to really hone and perfect the system. You're gonna have a decade's worth of that content. There's some of the Battleborn love in there. They've only gotten better. They still basically have the same dev team. This isn't like BioWare where they're relying on the laurels of past achievements. You still have the core team there. Randy Varnell and Paul Hawquest and Randy Pitchford and everyone but the writers, pretty much. The only people that have changed are the writers, which I think is a good thing. So... Again, it's just never guaranteed anymore. That's why I'm not going to get, like, heart palpitations, like I say, you know, and go out and fucking bang on the war drum. I don't need to. It's Borderlands 3. The hype is there already, but... I would say that if you're looking for a checklist of the things that need to be happening that should go according to plan, you know, they're on technology, they understand. They're on the Unreal Engine. They've got a publisher to handle things, and they've had a working relationship with the publisher for a long time. You've got the same creative team that's been in charge of all 3 of the Borderlands. You've got a clear... Holy shit. That's an extremely good double anarchy for this level. Sense of direction, and it's not at all changed at its core. It's still Borderlands. The soul of the game is still right there, so that's great. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I really am not worried. As I say, the only thing that worries me is, like, are we going to go to war